Could you get pictures of me? Hey, yeah, well, that's like 20 years. You say something. Hard.
Sir? Hey, Adam Sandoval here, touring across America, and you are watching Biker Dad TV.
Hi, my name is Chris Best, and I left my 25-year corporate career to ride motorcycles and tell stories. This guy's story is pretty similar, too. In case you don't know, this is Adam Sandoval. If you're watching this show, you probably already do. But what you might not know is that he's on a brand new mission that's helping our wounded warriors, and it's a mission that's taking them all over the country. That's where we're going to start this episode of the Biker Dad TV show. So let's roll.
Hi, my name is Heather Shaw. Well, I'm here because my husband is a huge fan of Sandoval here, and he is currently deployed in Kuwait. So as a good wife, I thought I would come out here on my lunch break and see if I could meet him. So he's about 8.5, 9 hours ahead right now with the Kuwait time, and we were actually able to FaceTime him and let him talk to Sandoval, and just, you know, probably made his day. And I think a lot of guys are gonna be really jealous back home there. So yeah.
Hi, we're on the road here in Biloxi, Mississippi, and I'm with Adam Sandoval, ScootinAmerica, Great American Convoy. If you're watching the show, you ride, you probably know who you are, but just in case, will you please give everybody just a quick cliff notes about what Adam Sandoval is all about?
Adam Sandoval is about America, our veterans, riding motorcycles, and good times.
So when I started Biker Dad about 10 years ago, one of the first videos I ever did, you may not remember this because we did it by Zoom, is you were riding across the country with scooters, just started doing all this, and you know, we did a quick interview, and that kind of made you like maybe the first big motorcycle influencer. So tell us a little bit about how that happened. What happened there?
Over, that's a good question. So, you know, I didn't plan. There was no motorcycle influencers, right? It wasn't a plan. I had something in my heart that I needed to service. It was 100% selfish. I wanted to help our military because I had some regret for not serving myself. And I figured I could use my skills and my ability to find a way to give back. And I knew that the motorcycle community as a whole is a very patriotic community and a very philanthropic community. And I thought, I'm going to try to put together a campaign where we can raise some money and raise some awareness to help our veterans. And I knew social media was a great platform to do that on. But people ask me all the time, how do you become a full-time YouTuber? The answer is, I have no idea, because I didn't plan it. It just happened.
And so what you did is you left your job, right? And you got your little dog, you got on a motorcycle and went to every home in America. Is that what you did?
Yeah, 750 dealerships, everyone in the continental 48. It took me about 20 months, and it was about 88,000 miles. I rode 14 times coast to coast and 9 times north to south to complete it. And we had an accident and all kinds of struggles with weather and all kinds of things happened along the journey, but we completed it. We stayed stubborn, we stayed focused, we made it happen. And, you know, I've just been continuing to try. I found a real calling in that journey, right? Not only to help our veterans, but I also found a calling in the motorcycle community. So I've just always tried to find ways, with whatever success this world has given me, to try to find ways to give back and keep that momentum moving forward for our country.
You talk about being stubborn, and you had an accident, and all this other stuff. We're sleeping in people's backyards and things like that. Right?
Yeah. When I first started, I was, you know, I ran out of money quick. You know, I sold my home and all my stuff to fund this thing because I had no sponsorships or any way to fund it. So I basically sold all my furniture, my art collection, my home, everything I had, and used it to raise money for these veterans and travel. And that money ran out. And when it did, I was, well, even before, because I knew it was going to run out, I was sleeping behind gas stations, in farmers' fields, got kicked out of a couple, you know, just anywhere I could crash. But I also have to give credit to America because citizens and riders and veterans took me in constantly and put me in their homes or in their garages or in their backyards or, you know, got me hotels, you know, and I had a lot of support as well, but many nights underneath the stars for sure. It was a blessing, man. I knew that I was going to get to do what I love and I could use it to try to make a difference. And those two things together, I mean, yeah, it was an absolute blessing. You know, it happened not fast. I mean, over a year of living on the road struggling, but when it happened, it just clicked and it became a blessing. And I really like to look at it as it's really what our veterans fight for every day, for a free country, where you're able to chase your dreams, you're able to put in the energy, and as long as you stay focused, you stay stubborn, and you chase your dreams, there is the ability in this country to live that dream, and I feel like I'm a testament to that today. Oh, I think that social media is a good and a bad thing, and it all just depends on whatever energy you're going to put into it. Nothing comes easy in this life. If you want it, you got to work for it. You know, you got to put in the hours. You know, right now on this ride, I'm spending about 84 hours a week right now running a campaign trying to raise money and awareness for our veterans. Whether I'm riding the bike, doing meet and greets at dealerships, trying to raise funds, editing footage in the hotel. Nothing's easy. You're going to grind. I'll get home at the end of the night and I still have to put in hours of work after doing this all day, right? So I just think, and that's not to say I'm just saying, if you want it, you got to work for it. And the social media is the same way. So I lived on the road off my motorcycle, traveling the country for about 5 years in total. And I met a beautiful woman down in Texas. And, we dated for like 3 years where I traveled every day. And she wanted me to come off the road and come off a tour, if you will. So I told her the only way I would do it is if I could find a campground where I could host other people the same way the nation hosted me everywhere I went. And she helped me find one. I found one. I bought it. And the first thing I did is I took one of the most beautiful little sections of land, tucked in some trees overlooking the river, and I said, this is for our veterans. And so we've got cabins, RV spots, tent spots that are 100% free for veterans, 7 days a week.
I followed a great American from Daphne, Alabama to Mississippi Gulf Coast Harley-Davidson just to meet him. It was important because Adam is doing this project for the Wounded Warriors, the Great American Convoy. I lost my son in Iraq in 2007. The Wounded Warriors are an important part of my family now. We've donated a car. Well, of course, I donated my son, but and a lot of money, and I know it's a good cause. It helps Wounded Warriors find their way back to civilization and their happiness.
So this mission is to visit 120 Harley-Davidson dealerships, inviting riders to join and exit with me along, kind of like Forrest Gump, if you will. And at each stop, we're trying to raise money for the Wounded Warrior projects for our veterans who are really back at home and still fighting battles, whether it be limitations physically or struggles mentally. There's a lot of demons out there that these guys are dealing with, and I will never have the capacity to fully understand what they're dealing with, but I hear a lot of really heavy stories on a really regular basis, and I know there's a big need for our community support. So I am just trying to spread the word, right? I'm a thankful civilian. I never served myself, but I think if we could get more civilians to come and serve those who served, this country would be an even better place than what it is today. Just awesome what you're doing. I'm a fan of yours. I watch your stuff. I think what you do is great out there. I think you've got a good, positive message. And, people have all different ideas about social media. And they're like, oh, well, now there's all these motorcycle people on the internet. And does that compete with you? And my answer is no. It lifts us. Rising seas raise all ships. What you're doing is wonderful. I support you, man. And thank you for taking the time to ask me some very insightful questions.
I appreciate you taking time again. It's our third interview, but the first one.
Absolutely, man. Rock and roll. The bike to dad.
All right, we're again here in Biloxi, Mississippi with Adam Sandoval. Keep up with the Great American Convoy by going to adamsandoval.com and see when he's going to be in your area and ride along with him. And hey, I'm going to ride with him in Milwaukee for the 120th anniversary. So if you're up there, give us both up as well.
Absolutely.
That's it for this week's episode of the Biker Dad TV show from Biloxi, Mississippi with Adam Sandoval. Until next time, please, live twice the motorcycles.
High five.